Welcome, students, to another fabulous episode of Manhood Academy podcasting. I just spilled ale all over the floor right before podcast. It would have started 5 minutes sooner, but ale could soak into the floor, could damage things permanently, so I thought it was a safer bet to save the floor versus grieving during the whole podcast and thinking about the floor and being so distracted I couldn't even perform my duties correctly. So, therefore, I took it upon myself to take an extra 2 minutes, possibly 5 minutes, to wipe that spill up. Make sure no sticky drops there, because I hate when you go in the kitchen, you step on the floor, it's a sticky spot, worst feeling ever. I did not want to tolerate that sticky feeling. Got rid of the sticky feeling, hopefully. And now we're podcasting. How does it feel?
Like that.
How does it feel, Zenek, to make it through that hurdle?
Feels pretty good, I guess.
You guess? Get off my podcast. Hey, Travel, how does it feel to make it through a hurdle, the stickiness, and know the professor's floor is clean right now? Tough. Get the fuck out. Smokey, how does it feel to know the professor's floor is not sticky and he's not going to walk in the kitchen with an eerie, creepy feeling on his foot because it's stuck in something and he doesn't know what it is?
I feel that you're going to come in here with a clear head.
That's what I feel like. I'm all about Tim Will on this podcast. Travel and Zenek, you guys are back seat. You're back of the bus. Remember back in the 60s when Tim Will had to ride in the back of the bus? Now you guys are on the back of the bus. Tim Will's bus driver. Okay, rye bread. Yep. Are you the new kid on the block?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. You are a little piece of steak. I like your little steaky icon. It's a little distracting.
Disturbing.
For Boggles it's disturbing, but for me it's distracting. That's why there was another student on there, Crunchy. I think he's like Crunchy something. He was a Crunch Bar, and I kind of gave it to him haphazardly. I probably would have had most of the students be food items, but I started to realize that food items would be distracting to like Tim Will, Jar, Mansion, especially Boggles. He's getting a little Indian belly. So, and they're also distracting me. I didn't really think about it because Crunch. I don't think I was distracted until Boggles actually mentioned it. Then I thought, oh, that's a Crunch Bar. I might want to eat a Crunch Bar. So it made me start thinking about a Crunch Bar every time I saw his name. So I didn't want to bring that temptation out there. Also, there's been opportunities where people could have been a pudding. They could have been let's see, what other one did I have? I had like a 4-course meal on there. They could have been a meal. They could have been like turkey, stuffing. There could have been multiple food items all over this form, and there would have been fat kids all over. So to prevent that, I purposely got rid of distracting food items that I would have put there haphazardly if I wasn't even thinking ahead that far. Imagine if Big L was choosing all the icons here. There'd be food, there'd be porno, there'd be like moving icons, there'd be flashing fireworks, those like moving GIFs, there'd be animated GIFs. Nobody would be able to pay attention to anything. So with these icons, they're supposed to be memorable, but instantly forgettable. I'm supposed to look at your icon and go, that's a carrot, that's Zenek. And Zenek's supposed to look at the icon, conversely, and go, I hate carrots. I'm not even going to stare at the icon anymore. I find it so, I would say hilarious, but it's actually pathetic. I find it so pathetic that the students are so wrapped up in their icon. Like especially, who's one of the notorious guys? Torero fucking wants me to change the R out of his name because he misspelled Torero. Now he wants a bull. Now he wants this. Now he wants that. It's like, And another notorious offender, Pillafort, going through 15 different icons to get just the right icon to be on the forum. If you are disturbed by an icon, you will have a lot of trouble with social interaction because there are more disturbing things out there than choosing a bad icon. So if your problem is an icon, I will make it even more of a problem. I will probably give you a Pokemon icon or an icon you hate just because you told me you need a better icon. If you need a better icon...
So this is why...
Yeah. Boggles is so retarded. He makes assumptions and makes stories up about the icon. Like I was reading the chat room, I just happened to look in there, and Boggles is talking to Pillafort, and he says, "Oh, you got a dog icon? That must be a punishment. That must mean this. That must mean that." I mean, he comes up with all these fucking Indian stories right off the top of his head, have nothing to do with reality. Just his delusional, meandering, neurotic mind wandering. Why did he get that icon? What does it mean? This is not unlike Jar, who will write an expression post and say, Professor, I have a question. This is a pressing question. It's a big issue. Let's get to Jar's question right now since we're in the podcast.
Question. Oh, that question.
Let's go to Jar's pressing question.
My question. I actually got some, I like some answers. I haven't replied to Xenix, but I got a good one.
Jar needs some answers to this question because it's so pressing and crucial. It falls in the category of which is the best avatar to pick. So let's see Jar's question. We'll go to, I think it's page 21 maybe, but I'm going to start on page 22. I'm going to take a lucky gamble. Ah, fuck, wrong page. I hate when you gamble and you're on the wrong page. Now you got to take an extra 10 seconds to flip over. All right.
I thought you meant like page 21, like so far away from the front of that.
No, I always picked the last page, but I knew from reading it recently, I thought, Jar already filled up the end. You know when you put in so many posts, it slips to the next page, right? You can only put in so many posts.
Yeah.
And I knew that you had already flipped your post page from the page that was full to your new page, which is page 22. But I took a gamble and started at page 22. That was a gamble that did not pay off. Okay. Let's look at Jar's question. Now time for question. Please, Professor, or anyone wanting to take a stab. Above, I feel like I was candid, although I think that sharing this with someone else might drive them away. Is this true? Are you all driven away from my post? Do you hate me forever? Will you never speak to me again? I also think that if I were managing reactions well, expressing this would actually be fine. I'm caught in a moral dilemma. Should I ethically post again? Should I drop out of the academy, commit suicide? I mean, what decision would you make at this crucial juncture of Jar's posting career, Boggles? What would you advise him?
Keep posting, man. Be a man.
Keep posting, man. Be a man. Okay, very simple, to the point, very terse. Seems like a macho type of advice. All right, we'll table that. I'm gonna see if there's any other competing advice that might be better. Big Al, what's your advice to Jar on this crucial matter of his posting career?
Keep posting, bro.
Keep posting. Okay, we have two in the vein of more of a like a machismo, kind of a like a rugged encouragement, almost like a vilification of a neurotic guy. Don't pay attention. Just keep posting. Okay, let's go to a more intellectual customer. Let's check out Big L. Let's see what Big L's Tim Will. Let's see what Tim Will's advice is.
Keep posting.
Keep posting. What?
Keep posting.
This is insane. So far, there's like no. It almost seems like there's no direction, but it may be a direction. Maybe it'd be deceptive because it seems so simple. It's like keep posting, but it doesn't seem like a profound answer like the one Jar's looking for. What about Mansion? Let's check with Mansion. What do you think, bro?
Well, what I think is that I don't know. He should try sharing it with someone and see if they actually get driven away.
Okay, so he should try sharing and see if they're driving them away. So he should. How should he do that? Like, what type of students should he look for? Should he call certain students? Should he just do a random sampling and say, like, start a poll up and see which ones are driven away, and should they contact him? How should it go?
I don't know. I'm sure this could get boiled down to a few sentences, and then anybody that he knows, students.
Right. So we get some students. What kind of students? I mean, who? Anybody in particular, or just every student? Any student?
Maybe the ones that he likes the most.
So the ones that he likes, and see if they're driven away.
This is the ones that he feels like he doesn't want to drive away.
Okay, so the ones that he could drive away,
investment in them.
And the other ones he doesn't have an investment in, he should drive them away or not worry about them, or what?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting confused now.
Yeah, you're confusing me. Just shut up. All right, Travo, what would your advice be, bro? What would you think? What should he do in this situation? Entire situation.
My advice would be that doing these expression posts are for you, so you shouldn't even be worried if they're for your benefit.
What if he drives them away, bro?
It doesn't matter. These are for your benefit. It doesn't matter.
What if he's writing about cutting up hookers in the basement? That's all his posts are. Just posts about hookers. And it seems like people are being driven away. Seems like a lot of people are being driven away and making comments. Should he still care?
I might be intrigued. Well, okay. In that case, he's not helping in forming relationships, so he should not do that.
Okay, so he should not do that. So he should not write about cutting up hookers, but any other topics are okay?
As long as they go towards forming a relationship.
As long as they go towards forming a relationship, okay. So he shouldn't care, but he should form a relationship? That seems kind of paradoxical or contrary.
Well, is he asking about the just expression posts or in all conversations?
Well, let me give you his direct question here. Above, I feel like I was candid, although I was sharing this with someone else. Although I think sharing this with someone else might drive them away. Is this true? I also think that if I were managing reactions well,
I don't know the context. No.
He posted about his mom. Going out with his mom makes him feel embarrassed.
Yeah, me too.
We weren't asking about you though, Boggles.
Okay.
Thanks for your comment.
You're
Boggles, are you done shipwrecking the podcast? Can we go on now? Motherfucker. Trevor, what were you saying?
I was going to say, telling someone you went out shopping with your mom or whatever, I don't see how that would ruin their relationship. Yeah, there might be social expectations that...
What if it drove you away? What if you read that and you're like, Jar is such a puss. I can't even believe he's...
Exactly.
with his mom, and he's...
Well, then he needs to manage his expectations so that he makes that favorable positive thing to do, that shopping with his mom is a good thing.
What if he wants to make chopping up hookers a favorable thing? He wants to manage his expectations that way.
Well, as long as he doesn't...
Well, that doesn't help. That would not go towards helping form a relationship, so...
Okay. Certain basic ethical standard.
Okay, basic ethical standard, okay. Let's go to Zenek. He's usually a wise kid. Let's see what his advice is.
my advice, basically what I said on the next page. Have you read it yet, Joe?
No, let's check it out.
Yes, I did read that.
Let's see what this advice is on the next page.
I liked it. It's pretty smart.
Well, let's see if it's super smart. Let's see here. Where does it start, Zenek? Where does your super smart advice start?
It starts right after the first paragraph.
Okay, as for your question, well, I'm going to say that expressing what you just said is perfectly fine for a few reasons. I don't feel like you're saying this with the intention of saying if you spend time in public with your mom, I won't be friends with you because you're not cool. You're just saying how you, since you feel like a loser being out with your mom, you also view others this way. Okay? All right. Very practical, kind of talking him down off a ledge. Okay? Well, my advice to Jar is... Let's see, what was my advice to Jar?
You didn't leave advice. So
no, I always leave advice on there. I left my advice right here. You said, Jar said, I should probably stop trying to look into an imaginary crystal ball and just practice instead.
Yes.
I put a cat and a bunny.
Tail forward.
And then...
What does that mean? Tail forward?
It means it's a cat and a bunny. It's just a cat and a bunny. And then Jar asked a question, and I put Jar and a little dancing head here.
I took that as that you liked the entire post, and the part where I asked for your attention specifically to answer it, and you ignored it. I said, okay, well...
I like how Jar takes everything that way. I think that says a lot about Jar.
Yeah,
I think it says Jar is neurotic. And one day he'll just read the post and he'll go, it's a smiling dancy face. It's okay, bro. It's okay. One day he'll just look at that and you'll go, there's not a lot of deep thought in Professor Plum's post. It's just a dancy smiley face. Why don't I just keep going forward?
Right. Oh, that reminds me of one of the first posts you made on my thread, Plum.
Yeah, what was that?
You posted a picture of a cat with a top hat and a monocle after quoting two things I said. I must have spent 30 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck you were trying to say.
Exactly. That's why I post those pictures, so you neurotic students will fucking ponder and say, what profound message is Professor Plum trying to convey to me today? What type of life-changing advice am I missing here by not concentrating on this picture of this cat with a monocle? I like to stump you guys that way.
You told us the secret.
Yeah, the secrets will be revealed in time. Eventually you'll realize you're assholes and you're neurotic and you need to just keep posting, and eventually you will not have all these constant neurotic thoughts just weighing you down one after another. This is like a chick, okay? If a chick says, oh, my hair is out of place, it looks terrible, and you go, there's two ways to respond to this. You could go, oh, you know what you could do? You could tie it up like that, or maybe we could blow dry it real quick and comb it to the side, or put some mousse on the side, and then it won't look that bad. If we comb it up this way, it'll look a lot better before we go out. She says, no, I don't have time to comb it up. Becky's gonna be here in 2 minutes. What are we gonna do? And you go, no, I'll hurry up. We'll just put a hat on you or something, or I can help you. I can just tie it back like this. We can do it real quick. Just trust me. No, you don't understand. She's gonna be here. No, don't worry. I can just do this. Don't panic. Don't worry, baby. I got this under control. I can just tie it up here. It's not gonna be a big deal. Here, let me just do it right now. Bring. Oh, she's calling on the cell phone. We only have 10 minutes. She's right around the corner. Oh, no. No, we can do this real quick. You just gotta listen to me. Just calm down. We can do this. Come on. Okay, ready? Okay, now I'm gonna comb your hair here. Okay, it's stuck up here, but if I just push it down here. Okay, now I'm gonna put a little mousse on it. Oh, but she's coming so quick. Right? Okay, that's one way to respond to it. The other way to respond to it, and she says, Mansion, my hair, it's all terrible. It's gonna be terrible. You could tell her, shut up and let's go. She said, but my hair, it's all a mess. I can't go out. It's going to look crazy. And you tell her, shut up. Let's go now. Get your shit. Let's go. She says, but Mansion, you're so mean. My hair, it's going to blow in the wind and people see it. And then you just pick her up and you carry her outside. See how you just solved the problem? You know how you solved the problem? You didn't add to the problem. So many people solve the problem by adding to the problem. I know a family whose dog controls the family. Their dog will come in, and they'll be like, oh, the dog has muddy feet. And the dad will say, oh, his feet are muddy, what do we got to do? And the wife will go, well, we can't let him run around the carpet. Look, he's going to destroy the carpet. And then the son will come over and go, Dad, shouldn't we do something about the dog? I mean, what if he gets mud all over the house? And the dog will run around a little bit, and the husband will go, well, now I have to pick him up, and we probably should get some water on a rag and wash it out before it becomes a big stain. And the wife runs the kitchen. Well, let's do it quick so it doesn't, right? They are fucking neurotic to begin with. So anything, it doesn't matter if it's a dog or a missile hitting their house. It's the same degree of panic. This is you. Everything is a missile hitting your house right now. One day you'll realize there are no missiles hitting your house. If a missile hits your house, you won't have anything to worry about. You'll be dead. Until then, it's not a missile, and a crisis will be averted. Most cases by just not putting fuel on the fire of neuroses, of neurotic thought, of second-guessing everything, of being a Manhood Academy student. I know all about neurotic thoughts. Like, I don't remember if I mentioned this one time. I used to comb my hair for hours, like with gel and mousse, and if it was wrong, I would wet it, and I would start over. And I would start combing again. And if it was wrong, I'd wet it, I'd dry it out, I'd start over, and remousse it again and again and again. I remember I did that a bunch of times, I think right before graduation at one point, and then I was like, fuck it, and I just put a hat on, because I couldn't get it just right. So, you will realize that there are so many molehills that you will make a mountain of just by willing it. You don't even necessarily need to do anything. You just have to will it. It's just like Boggle going in the chat room and going, what's that icon for? Is Plum punishing you? Oh, that must be the worst icon in the Academy. I can't believe you're stuck with that one. How is your career going to go at Manhood Academy? People see that icon, it's over. Nobody's going to talk to you? Why do you even have that icon, bro? Right? You make a mountain out of a molehill, a non-issue. This is no different than Terrell going, oh man, Professor Plum, I misspelled my name. It was 2 R's, now I need 1 R. And if people see me with 2 R's, they're going to think I'm stupid and my career is over at Manhood Academy. Inconsequential. So many things. So inconsequential. There's no perspective because you are out of whack right now. You are neurotic and focused on yourself, so you can't even see the other problems with other people. You think everybody's fine. Because you're like, oh, look at me, man. I'm great. I got so many issues here, left and right. You don't realize this is nothing. This is nothing compared to all the things out there that you need to deal with realistically versus you having to worry about your icon. Or, whether somebody likes a particular post, whether your hair is straight today, whether you're wearing the right shirt, whether your fucking icon matches your outfit, etc.
Yeah, even I was like, oh, I want a different icon.
Yeah, I want a different icon. Everything will change for me. Things will turn around. Once I get that icon, I'll be able to socialize.
Once I get the most badass icon, I'll become badass.
Yeah, you'll become badass, exactly. This is like Pillow Fort's view. I can see these guys, they want the cool chopper. It's like watching a kid, with a G.I. Joe toy or like a cool, kid's toy. It's like, it's irrelevant. In the adult world, it's irrelevant. It's just like kids going, I need Jordans to be cool. What they don't realize, if they're the nerdiest kid around and they put on Jordans, they devalue the Jordans. It doesn't work the other way around where the Jordans make you look cool. It goes the other way around. The Jordans get devalued because you're such a dork. Conversely, if you're a cool guy, you can wear pajamas, and then people go, oh, the cool guy's wearing pajamas. That's a cool thing now. Let's all wear pajamas because the cool guy's doing it.
You don't need a Ferrari?
You don't need a Ferrari, exactly. It's the same thing. When you get older, people go, oh, you need a cool car. You need to live in a good zip code. You need this and that. It's the same game. You're playing You're playing the same exact game.
So
people are still playing it.
They're just older kids then.
The most ridiculous example, a blatant example of this is whenever I watch a rap. Let's see some rap videos. Let's take a field trip. Let's take a field trip down to Neurotic Lane.
22 Thanks
rolling,
for rap, motherfucker.
Rolling.
Silliest
Let's see.
ever existed.
What do I need? What's a good
What's
video?
Country?
What's that?
Rap, hip hop, rap. Almost there.
What's a song I need? Bling bling, bling bling, bling bling. Let me see. How about 50 Cent? Let's see.
Oh God.
This ought to be good.
In the club.
PIMP.
Yeah.
PIMP? Oh, let's see what's wrong with PIMP. 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 Oh,
50 Cent.
motherfucker.
50 Cent pimp.
Wrong.
Why do you go to the Frisky?
I just typed in a fucking, when I typed into YouTube, it accidentally jumped to the address bar. Okay, let's see here. PIMP.
Shit,
I need a blinged out song. I need to think of a blinged out song. What's a blinged out song?
How about In the Club or something? Oh, you need tires, like rims?
About me. Me. Woo. This is not the song I need. I need, what am I thinking of? Let me think of one. Which one do I need? Which song do I need? What song do I need? How come when you're just listening to the radio, every fucking blinged out song will be on there, but when you need a blinged out song, you can't think of one. That's how forgettable they are. Let me think. What's a blinged out song? What's a blinged out song? Bling. Can I get some bling?
Because that song was C-R-A-P. Bling bling.
Bling. Bling. How about Lil Wayne? Can I get some Lil Wayne going?
Bling bling.
Bling bling. Bling bling.
What the fuck does anyone need? Injected with a police voice. Hey man, look, I'm always so love to my cut. Get the club, light the lights up. My cash money model is the drink till you throw up. Parts are brought out, guaranteed I can plug. Cause one day I'm tattooed and balled up. My dad iced up. Rolex belted up.
Okay, this is perfect. This is like every rap I've ever seen. Everything's iced up. He's got 2 Rolexes on his wrist. His video is all fucking
white.
Cash. He's got boats. He's got cars. This screams to me desperation. This is a guy telling you, look. When a guy has to tell you, look, I'm wearing 2 Rolexes, that tells me, look, I'm a scared guy. I am a scared guy. If you have to tell people, hey, I'm wearing 2 Rolexes, you're basically telling them, hey, I'm an important guy. Come on, guys, I'm important. Pinky rings with platinum, earrings with this, right? Everything. He's like describing his whole wardrobe. Look how expensive this stuff is, man. I got money. I got cash. I'm blinged out, sucker. Stack my cheese up. He's got a car with 20-inch rims, right? We got the whole deal. So the point is, you see a whole society full of this. It's like art imitating life. It's the same concept where these guys grew up with a mentality that if I could just prove myself to these other people around me, they'll think I'm important. It's the same mentality you have that creates your neurotic posting habits. It's the same mentality that says, what can I do to be the most impressive guy here?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Thanks. Do you think that they really want that stuff? Or like they say in Manhood Academy, they're trying to meet the expectations of other people?
They're definitely trying to meet the expectations of other people. Why? What do they get out of having this stuff? Tell me what they get.
Well, some of the stuff.
Let me ask you. What do you want?
A woman. Right.
Mansion.
What do I want? Like material things?
What do you want?
Well, I thought I knew, but when I made my expectation post.
Just tell me what you want. Forget about the academy. You're flunked out. I just kicked you out of the academy. Now tell me what you want.
I don't know. I just want.
You don't want anything?
Cool
you want a cool job. Okay?
Yeah, I know what you want, man.
Why do you want a cool job?
Because I spend so much time there that.
What if I just gave you lotto winnings? I give you $2 billion.
I would probably still want to work.
Okay.
So I still want to do something.
So you want to work. You wake up to work. Your goal in life is to work.
Well, yeah.
Yeah?
Probably.
What do you mean probably? I'm asking you. You wake up and you want to work. You wake up in the morning and go, I can't wait to work. That's my goal, is to work. Right?
I guess.
You guess? You don't know?
Yes, it is.
Your goal is to work. Your goal is to wake up and work. Why are you here if your goal is to wake up and work? Can't you just wake up and work on your own? Why do you need Manhood Academy?
Oh. Well, no. Okay, that's not enough. That's why I'm here.
Well, you just told me. All you're doing is waking up and working.
It was the first thing that came to mind.
Okay, well, let's get to the last thing that comes to mind. What do you want?
Well, I think I put on my first post, it was,
I don't care about your first post. I'm asking you. Forget about your posts.
It's like, a group of...
Close your eyes and shut up. What do you want?
A group of guy friends. I think
You want
would be a
buddies.
nice
Okay.
reward.
So we can get you some buddies, alright? You got some buddies. You want to go to like the simple childhood times. You're riding your bike, you're playing video games with your buddies. That's what you want. That's it. If I get you buddies, you're done, right? That's the top of the mountain for you, right? If I get you buddies, you're done. Get you 5 good buddies, you're done.
Actually, that would be a whole lot.
Okay, so you're done, right? Buddies? You want 5 buddies and you're done.
Well, I don't know if I'd be done, but it would be a lot.
I didn't ask about a lot. Ask what you want. Your Christmas list. Your one-time shot to fulfill your Christmas list. What do you want? You're like the most fucking difficult kid to shop for. Just tell me what you want.
Sorry. I don't know. I don't really think about this too often.
Well, think about it now. I'm going shopping. What do you want?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's what I'm asking you. Big L, what do you want?
You mean as far as material items?
Jar, what do you want?
Girl.
You want a girl. Okay, is that your top item?
Right now, yeah. Okay.
What if you had to choose between 20-inch rims and a banging model?
Banging model.
What if you had to choose between double Rolexes, ice Rolexes, or a model?
Model.
What about a Ferrari or a model?
Model.
Tim, what do you want?
God. Damn.
Come on, I'm going shopping. I only got 2 minutes here. What do you want? You want double Rolexes? What do you want, kid? Come on.
Nah, I don't want double Rolexes. Shit, I can't believe I'm saying this.
What do you want? Hurry up.
2 white girls.
You want 2 white girls, okay? What if I gave you 2 Hummers? I'm not talking about BJs. I'm talking about like 2 gold-plated Hummers or 2 white girls.
White girls.
Okay, what about beachfront property like a hotel or 2 white girls? Any white girls. Like you get your pick on the earth of 2 white girls or the beachfront property.
No.
What's it gonna be,
girls.
Tim Will?
That's a good
That should be a question.
What's it gonna be, sucker?
Well, let me see. Yeah. White girl's gonna get old. Probably the beachfront.
Probably the beachfront. Hesitation. Sounds like somebody hasn't had beachfront property yet and doesn't know what it's like. What about Travo? What do you want?
That's right.
I want 100 acres of land.
100 acres of land. That's it? You're done.
Woods. And a house. And
House and woods. You're done.
and a woman in the house cleaning it.
Just the woman cleaning the house. What if I give you a choice between 100 acres or the woman cleaning the house?
Probably the woman cleaning the house.
Over the 100 acres?
Yeah.
What about 2 Rolls Royces? Or the woman cleaning the house?
The woman all the way.
Zenick, what do you want?
I want my own house and my own car and I want my own stuff.
You want your own stuff and then you're done?
Not really. I mean,
Not really.
It's just, the higher I go up the list, the more unspecific my wants get.
Well, let's get to all of them. What do you want?
Okay. Let's see. I want my own place. I want a computer that can run anything that I want it to run.
Okay.
I want friends that I can go hang out with.
Got some buddies, okay? Friends and buddies in a place. What else? Done?
Yeah. For now, yeah.
So friends, buddies, a place, and you're done. That's it.
Well, yeah, and a girlfriend.
Oh, and a girlfriend? It sounds like an afterthought. Okay. What if I give you a choice between friends, house, or girlfriend? What do you take?
I'll say girlfriend.
Isn't this interesting? Everybody names they want fucking yo-yos, they want taffy, they want headphones, they want Matchbox cars, they want a house. Oh, and by the way, a girlfriend. And then when I ask them what they want the most, they say girlfriend. Why is girlfriend the afterthought? but yet they want it the most.
Because it's harder to get.
So it's harder to get makes them not care about it?
I think that it's because it's been so out of our reach for so long that
we just like, I mean.
So you're telling me that this 100 acres of land and Rolls Royces and beachfront property are all within your reach?
I guess with our delusional mindset, that's how we picture it.
Well,
so you have a better chance of winning the lotto than getting a girl, is what you're telling me.
That's how I used to think for sure.
I mean, a Rolls Royce does seem very valuable in current society because of how much money it'll be worth and how much.
What is that?
But if you removed all society and then you would probably want to choose the chick. Like if you removed like all the status of the Rolls Royce, then you'd want the chick.
What if you had the status of the Rolls Royce?
I don't know. Right now, a Rolls Royce over a chick. I mean, that seems like a Rolls Royce just seems so amazing. Like just.
So let's say you could pick any chick you wanted, or you could pick a Rolls Royce. What would you pick?
You know what? I think a Rolls Royce won't satisfy me for the rest of my life, so I'll have to go with a woman.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Bottles made the same choice. Rye bread, what do you want?
I'll take the money over the woman.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a choice: $1 million or any chick on the planet right now. You'll take the money.
You can buy a woman later.
He's just gonna go for multiple chicks.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take the money. Any particular reason why you take the money over the chick?
Yeah, because I think that my time here at the academy learning social competence is more valuable than one chick.
What do you mean than one chick? What are you gonna use your social competence for?
Probably girlfriend, wife, maybe.
No, you don't get the money and a chick. You only get the money, or you only get the chick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, different question.
So you can't buy women with that.
So if I take the money, that means I'm not going to get a chick for the rest of my life.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, I'll take the chick then.
Oh, you take the chick. Isn't this amazing? Everybody's priorities suddenly switch around. Does anybody see a common theme here?
It seems more evident.
Anybody see a common theme here? Why do guys always point to their wristwatches? Why do the guys always point to their cars? What's the whole point of that? To get the chick. So if you can get the chick, why do you need the fucking car? Do you see why I see this and I go, I know how to get the chick without having to fucking break my back to get the double Rolls Royces and to sing about the car and all that other bullshit. Because I realize that's bullshit. That's why I think it's silly that these guys are harping on it. They think this is the way to get the chick.
I think a lot of people are programmed to where like, oh, if we get all that, we'll get the chick. We'll have like
Yes.
programming in our minds.
They will have access to chicks, but keeping the chick is really what they want to figure out, not how to get the chick.
I have a question.
You can get a chick right now. You have $500 in your wallet, don't you?
Oh yeah, I could go get a chick like in 20 minutes. There'll be a chick here.
Exactly. But she's not going to stick around after your $500 is gone. That's a trick.
Yeah, she's not gonna be here.
There's a word for that.
So we're only out for the social authority to get chicks.
Exactly. All this stuff is social authority. The wristwatches, the necklace, his diamond earrings, his singing about his boats, his 20-inch rims, his cars, all that is all just social authority to get the chick. If you could get the social authority without having to do all that, why bother with all that? It's extraneous. You don't need all that shit.
Most guys don't have that social authority.
That's the point. That's why they're trying to get that.
Yeah, that's the only tangible means that they see from what they come across.
Yes. This is the problem.
I mean,
This is why these guys are rapping about it in the first place.
I mean, ask every fucking celebrity about that shit.
Yes. This is the funny thing is, celebrities can get chicks, but they don't know how to keep the chick. Social authority is like a shortcut, but it's like a shortcut that doesn't produce anything if you don't know what to do with it once you get there. You know, once you get the chick, if you don't know what to do with your celebrity status, other than just get the chick through the celebrity status, it's as if you didn't have it. Because eventually she's going to get bored of the status. Just like if you have a car, a Ferrari, it's going to be cool the first day, but after a year, it's going to be like just owning a Civic. It's going to be no different. It's not going to be doing anything for you. Social status.
I've noticed that about cars. They get boring up sometimes.
Yes, this is why you switch cars every week.
I wrote an expression post about that shit, but I'll save that for another day.
Okay. All right.
So you just changed the social value of this video. Most people will think that video is so cool. And
Yes. Well, once you understand how social authority works, you don't give a shit about the video. Then it's like when people try to convince you the video is cool, it's like they're trying to convince you. You're not trying to convince them. I mean, they're trying to give all these external things social value. It's just like pulling up a $2 pair of shoes made in Thailand and slapping a Jordan label on it and selling them for $120. The only difference is put a symbol on it that has social authority. The shoes themselves are only worth about $5 with all the materials and labor and etc. But the end product is a product of social authority. So if I slap a different label on it, if I slap a Vans label on it, maybe it's only worth $20. So again, social authority, manufacturing social authority. People are constantly trying to manufacture social authority and make you buy into that social authority. If you learn how to manage your expectations, you will become the source of social authority. This is what people don't realize. People are so busy trying to purchase social authority, they don't realize social authority starts from somewhere. Where does social authority start, Travo?
Within people.
Zenik, where does social authority start?
It starts with you.
Okay. Mansion, where does social authority start?
Didn't you just say with your expectations?
Kinda. Tim Will, got a better answer? Where does social authority start?
I don't have a better answer now.
Well, it has to do with authority. Where does social authority start? Big L.
I don't have a better answer.
Boggles.
Starts from people.
Rye bread.
From your ability to manage your expectations.
Where does social authority start, Jar?
Social what? Social what?
Where does
Sorry?
social authority start?
Social authority starts with giving incentive.
Where does the Michael Jordan brand start?
This is Michael Jordan from the person.
From an authority figure.
Oh, wait, what did Travo say?
So, okay.
From an authority figure.
So what's that called?
So socially competent.
If the Jordan brand represents social authority, where does that come from?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, yeah.
So what does Michael Jordan represent?
Social authority.
Well, his brand represents social authority.
Personal authority.
Oh, personal authority. Being able to exercise personal authority.
So his personal authority has been magnified into social authority.
There you go. So if you know how to exercise your authority, you will eventually translate that authority into social authority. People place value on authoritative people, authoritative figures.
Yeah.
You're able to lead a sport. You're able to, set records in basketball, or you're able to dunk a basketball. Right now, suddenly you have social authority over the world. All from your personal authority.
We need to be focusing on the personal authority instead of always
Yes, the
looking at
personal
external.
authority is the source of the social authority. If you're concentrating on the social authority, you are not realizing that is like concentrating on
The shrubs.
buying
The watches.
the watches when the watches themselves don't mean anything. You have to have an authoritative person wearing the watch for it to matter.
That's true. Diamond, gold,
Of
everything.
course, if you're an authoritative person, it doesn't matter what you wear.
There you go.
You could be wearing an Armani suit and you'd still be a mangina.
That is the converse of his point, but yes. Okay, dokie, here we go. Let's get back on track here. Podcasting topics.
So there's a problem if you still, like, for me, like when I wear a suit, I feel more authoritative, so there's still a problem with my perspective.
Obviously. Topic number 1. Who is Pillowfort and why should we care?
He's a fellow bro here.
Student opinions. Who is Pillowfort and why should we care? Let's see, why did I even post this on here? This must have been a while ago.
I think I saw Pillowfort says his thing's gone or something.
Right?
No, it's back.
He had a payment issue, but now he's back in action. If an expectation is at first rejected, like in my case, is the correct thing to do just to simply restate it? Oh, man. Zenik, if an expectation is at first rejected, is the correct thing to do to just simply restate it? Should you just keep repeating yourself over and over and over again, and then that's going to work?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if
You
someone
don't think so?
You don't think so?
If I say, Jar, go make me a sandwich, and you go, no. And I go, Jar, go make me a sandwich, and you go, no. I say, Jar, go make me a sandwich, you go, no. Oops, your name's Zenik, sorry. I say, Zenik, go make me a sandwich, and you go, no. And I say, Zenik, make me a sandwich, and you go, no. The third time, is it going to work?
Nope.
Zenik, go make me a sandwich.
No.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, you're sure this time around. All right, good. Because you only thought the first time you answered. Now you're sure.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Hello? Quiet class. Why did he leave us?
I was waiting for Zenek to crack. I was playing chicken with Zenek, and Jar ruined chicken. I was waiting for Jar to track. Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to, before Zenek and me played chicken. Pillowfort wrote, so I've been thinking long and hard to avoid the situation. I think what is at fault is my lack of expression, so I've been working on that by reading a lot more, trying to make the most out. This guy is distracting me. Let me get him off the screen here. Alright. So I've been working on that by reading a lot more, trying to make the most out of simple thoughts when I talk to people and keeping a vocabulary book. But just as important is my inability to punish the aforementioned dysfunctional behavior. I think what I need is a negative association to go with it. Something like this. Pillow. I want you to contribute to the conversation more. Your standoffish attitude is antisocial, and I don't consider it polite. Is that going to make you contribute to the conversation when I tell you that, Travo? Travo.
Yeah.
Your conversation, your attitude is standoffish, and it's antisocial. I don't consider it polite. You need to contribute now. Let me try it with Rybread, since he's new. Rybread. Rybread, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. Rybread.
Yeah.
You've been very standoffish this whole class. You haven't said anything. Your attitude is antisocial. I don't consider it polite. I want you to contribute right now. Go.
Yeah, I like being in class, guys. It's a lot of fun. I feel like I'm learning. I like watching Boggles just smile right now.
Time out. He missed the entire point. Never mind. Sorry, you ruined the entire point. The correct answer is, let Zenek give the correct answer. You're supposed to, Zenek.
Yeah?
Zenek, you're a new kid in class. This is your first day in class. You haven't said anything for 3 hours. We're holding a 4-hour class. You haven't said anything for 3 hours. And I say, your attitude is standoffish and antisocial, and I don't consider it polite. You need to contribute. Go.
What? No.
That's the correct answer. I don't know. That's the correct answer. Exactly. Rybread is cheating because he's actually had some training, so we're not taking his answer. That's a cheating answer. The correct answer is, I don't know. Why is the correct answer, I don't know, Tim Will?
Because you don't know.
Right, but Pillowfort says that I should just tell you that I should just punish you and say, I want you to contribute to the conversation. Your standoffish attitude is antisocial. I don't consider it polite. So, if I tell you that, I punish you, scold you, you're now going to contribute.
No.
Why not?
I don't really care about, I don't really care about your expectations.
Yeah, you don't care about any of my demands, right? You have no reason to care for me saying you're standoffish and you got an attitude and you need to contribute right now.
And if I don't?
Yeah, and if you don't, so what? You don't get to talk to me anymore? You didn't care about me in the first place. It's like almost like a reward for a demanding person to make him go away.
I have a question though. In this situation, like when we tried it on Rybread at first, he already has plenty of incentive to try to meet your expectation at this guy.
Yes, Rybread is not exactly ideal. It would be more ideal if I just went up to a person on the street and said,
Yes.
or I was just, I met a new friend through a friend who had never met me, never knew anything about the academy, and I just said, and I'm talking to my friend the whole time, and all of a sudden I turn to this guy and say, hey, you haven't been contributing anything, you're standoffish, that's not polite, start contributing. The guy's gonna be like, deer in the headlights, what the hell do you want me to say?
Yes, exactly. It's because, like, it's that, in this situation, Pillowfort didn't provide any direction.
Yes, no direction from Pillowfort. What's up, Boggles?
You already went over this in a previous podcast.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, then we don't need to cover it. Okay, so let's just cover this part.
What? Yeah, you weren't here.
Let's cover this part here, because I know we didn't cover this part. Topic 1, who is Pillowfort and why should we care? Student opinions. Let's go. Mansion, who's Pillowfort, why should we care? Or why should you care?
I don't know who he is.
Why should you care?
Well, I don't know. He's never said anything to me, really. I mean, we had conversations, but I don't know.
What'd you talk about? Stuff that affected your life?
No, I just kept calling him pillow fart.
You guys talking about pillow fart. That's some pillow
And
fart
he didn't
jokes.
care.
You didn't
He
care?
didn't care.
Okay. So you guys are good buddies now?
No.
No?
No. That was probably not even the right thing to do, but
Okay. Jar, who's Pillowfort? Why should you care?
Pillowfort's a student at the academy, and I should care about him because I should be initiating with him and creating a relationship.
Okay. So, is Zenik a student at the academy?
Yes.
Is Zenik Pillafort in disguise?
No.
Are you sure? Because you just said Pillafort was a student at the academy. That's his distinguishing feature. Who is Pillafort?
I don't know who Pillafort is.
You just said he's a student at the academy.
Yeah, but I guess that doesn't mean I know who he is.
Okay, well, next time be clear. Big L,
Right.
who's Pillafort? Why should you care?
I don't know who he is, and I don't care about it.
Okay. Boggles, who's Pillafort?
Some kid from the other side of the world who's adamant to participate in classes or hang
Okay,
out.
he's adamant about participating. Why should you care?
I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't care.
You sure?
I mean, I like his thoughts and stuff, but the fact that I don't get to participate with him, it doesn't matter even if he has amazing thoughts.
Okay. Rybread, who's Pillafort? Why should you care?
I don't know who he is.
He hasn't talked to you, hasn't contacted you?
I've never talked to him.
Okay.
But perhaps we should care, because he is a person.
Thank you, Oprah. All right. Tim Will, who's Pillafort? Why should we care? Or why should you care? Tim Will.
I don't know who Pillafort is.
You know he's a student at Manhood Academy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Should you care? Do you care?
Theoretically, I should care.
Theoretically. How about really, in reality? How about non-hypothetically? What about right now? What are your feelings towards Pillafort right at this very moment?
I don't really...
What do you care about more right at this very moment? Your computer or Pillafort? What is more important to you? Getting a meal right now after this podcast or talking to Pillafort?
Considering I already ate.
Okay, so Pillafort is more important than your next meal. The fact that you have to think about it tells me your answer. All right, Travo. Who's Pillafort? Why should you care?
I don't really know who he is. I know he's a student here, but
Okay.
I don't really know much about him. And I should care about him because I should get to know all the Manhood Academy students if I want to graduate.
So it's a good idea to care about him.
Yes. But I don't
Do you
really
care about him right now?
Not really.
All right, Zenik, who's Pillafort? Why should you care?
I don't know who Pillafort is, and I don't know why I should care. I know that it would be a good thing to care.
It's a
but
good
I don't know
idea,
why.
in theory? All right, good. Okay, so I think we've covered Pillafort's existence and the problem, the continual problem that I keep trying to address with him that he does not grasp yet. What's the point I'm trying to make here, Zenik?
I guess the point you're trying to make is that he doesn't make an impression on people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of. That's part of it.
Well, it's kind of vague.
Jar, do you want to add to that vague point?
Well, yeah, I think I want to add that it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's that nobody's reaching out to Pillafort, nor is Pillafort reaching out to any of us to try to stimulate or start up a relationship.
Right?
So, and this is it's not, we can't just say, oh, it's X person's fault, oh, it's Y person's fault. It's all of our fault together. It just shows that we all are obviously failing because we're not moving forward.
Okay, who's making more of an effort? You or Pillafort?
We're dead even at 0.
So you guys are dead even. Mansion, who's making more of an effort? You or Pillafort?
I don't know. I mean, we're talking about him.
You don't know. Tim Will, who's making more of an effort? You or Pillafort?
Neither of us.
Travo, who's making more of an effort? You or Pillafort?
No effort on either part.
Big L, who's making more of an effort at this academy? You or Pillafort?
Neither of us.
Does anybody have the right answer here? Zenik, do you have the right answer? Who's making more of an effort? You or Pillafort?
Is this specific to me and Pillafort's relationship?
No, I'm just talking about the academy. Who's making more of an effort here? You or Pillafort?
Me.
You sure about that? Because everybody else has the other answer. They're against you.
No, I'm sure.
Okay. Boggles, who's making more of an effort at this academy? You or Pillafort?
Me.
How do you know? How do you know Pillafort isn't studying late at night?
I try to talk to students that come to class, and in fact, I even tried to contact Pillafort many times, at least chat wherever, saying, hey, try to get on Google+.
Okay. Rybread,
I think I am making more effort
how do you know?
because I'm in class right now.
Okay, you're in class right now. Any other student who thought they had 0 effort, like Jar, who's totally delusional, he doesn't realize how much effort he puts in this academy. What's the hallmark of you putting in an effort at the academy? How do you know?
Participation.
No,
Competence.
no,
By progress.
no.
Oh, it's not participation?
How do you know? You're putting in the right, let me preface it this way. How do you know you're doing it the right way? How do you know you're putting in the right effort?
If we're getting rewarded from you.
Oh. Why is that important?
Because it's your academy.
No, that's not the reason.
You know if you're going the right direction.
What's that?
You know if you're going in the right direction.
Oh. So somebody has to know where they're going first before you guys should be following.
Because you're the teacher and you're socially competent.
Yeah,
because you're the teacher and you're socially competent?
We need to know where we're going.
What was that answer, Mansion?
Because you're the teacher and you're socially competent.
Because you're the teacher and you're socially competent? Was that the right answer, Travo? Travo, are you there, bro?
Yeah.
I was just checking with you, because Mansion said, because I was a teacher and I'm socially competent.
I'll give you the right answer. It's because you're the teacher and you are socially competent.
Okay. Mansion, can you give me the correct answer?
Because you're the teacher and you're socially competent.
I have to know where I'm going in order for me to require you guys to follow my lead.
Check it out.
Let's see. Headphones guy. Who's this guy? I forgot. Sken, headphones. Rooster, headphones.
The no social.
Oh, Mr. Mute. Gotta meet this guy for right now. Yeah, so I have to know where I'm going in order for you guys to follow. What is the problem with Pillow Fort then? Let's do some deductive reasoning. Tim Will?
He doesn't want to follow. Yeah.
Very simple.
He doesn't want to follow where you're going.
Does not want to follow. What do I tell him? If anybody's been paying attention, you'll probably catch on, but what have I been telling him? Or what do you think I've been telling him?
Come to class.
Okay, let's say he can't come to class. Let's just say it's physically impossible, or we'll buy his computer excuse. All right. So he can't come to class. What else can he do?
Contact students.
He can contact students individually. Okay. What else can he do?
Podcasts.
Okay. What else? Chat. What else?
Expectation.
Hold on.
Keep replying to people's posts.
Somebody turn on the TV.
I think it's still the same guy.
Who's got the TV on?
It's not me, sir.
It's not now.
Okay. Where were we?
Yeah, reply to people's posts.
Reply to people's posts. Okay, what else?
PM people.
What else?
People on the phone.
Start a hangout.
What would have to do with listening and following the directions other than just starting a hangout?
Initiating.
What the professor says.
Well, that's kind of a given, but what specifically?
Writing expression codes. Forming relationships with other students.
Nah, just throwing out answers, motherfucker. Okay, let's try and backtrack here. What's the problem here when Pillowfort says, "Hey, bitch, I want you to contribute to the conversation more. Your standoffish attitude is antisocial. I don't consider it polite." What's the problem here?
He's not reading the ebook.
Lack of direction. No incentive.
Thank you for all these vague, nonsensical answers. Pay attention to this question. I want you to contribute to the conversation more. Your standoffish attitude is antisocial, and I don't consider it polite. Jar?
He's not providing direction for this person to follow.
Okay, Boggles?
He has really bad listening skills. He's not paying attention to his audience or the person he's interacting with. And it can be seen in both scenarios. You're telling him something, he's not listening. And he just has these assumptions that he's going off.
So what should he be doing in this case? What is the main thing? What's the main culprit? What is he forgetting to do?
The person and listen, and so that when you're interacting with a girl, you can see if you pay attention, she's not.
No, there's one obvious thing that everybody's working on right now. That would apply to this too. That if you said this exact same thing that he did, I would also smack you on your head. What is missing from this interaction?
Positive incentive.
Yes, exactly. Which takes the form of what?
Sharing your thoughts and reactions.
Sharing your thoughts and reactions. So if you don't know Pillowfort, what does Pillowfort share with you guys? Anybody have any conversations with Pillowfort?
Lots of description.
About what?
About random things, planes or...
Plane stuff, right? What does he forget to talk about? Anybody that's have yeah, there you go. Himself. Why do you guys have relationships with each other? Those of you here in the class who have relationships with each other, what do you talk? Do you talk about just the things you ate, the airplanes you like, your hobbies? What do you talk about?
Well, we try to, at least when the labs that I've been in with people, we're trying to fish deeper meanings or deeper reactions from each other out of each other.
We fishing for reactions, Mansion?
Yeah. If we were talking about information, but if I were to talk about how I really liked this airplane and why I liked it and why I liked
Let's
the color.
go get to know. Let's go to the source. I'm not fucking around. Let's go right to our.
Well, we're trying to do that. I don't think we do a great job.
We're
Yeah.
probably going to do a great job.
That's why we're not fucking around anymore. We're going right to the answer key. We're going right to the back of the book.
Back of the book, huh?
This is where I also used to get all my famous math answers. Back of the book.
Need a back of the book.
Who's got the fucking TV on? Listen to your background noise. Is there a TV, a voice, something on? Please kill yourself if you can't figure that out.
It's not. I'm going to shut my door just in case.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, I hear it.
Anybody have a TV? They have a shooting out back. They got something going on. Okay.
I'll close my door too, just in case.
We're going to play fucking Pet Detective right now. All right. Let's see. Is it Rye-Bread the culprit? I'm going to try you, Rye-Bread. Rye-Bread? Oh, is it gone? Rye-Bread, you motherfucker. You're the evil culprit, Rye-Bread. I just muted your mic right now, so when you talk, you're going to have to unmute your mic. Hold on, I got to...
Except he's the shyest guy.
Yeah, he's a shy guy. He'll unmute. When you want to talk again, you're going to have to click on your thing, Rye-Bread, because it'll unmute your mic.
Oh, he's saying pretty sure it wasn't me.
No, I just muted your mic and the sound went away. It's you, you evil bastard. You evil guy. Sked, unmute your mic. I actually muted your mic. Bleep, bleep.
Done.
Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Let's go back to where is? Here we go. Back of the book. Let's see what's up with Pillow Fort. All right. Okay. Here we go. Mansion your first, Scan your second, Draw your third, Big L your fourth. Boggles, are you gonna fucking eat during this?
No, I'm gonna participate.
Your fifth. This is a toss up. Rye-Bread, you're just gonna hang back because I don't know if we can take the noise for right now. Tim Will, you're after Boggles. Travo, Zenik, me. Go.
I just had one terrifyingly vivid nightmare about my bathtub easily filling itself with white water and this sickly pale.
Oh, hold on. Are you done flushing the toilet? Oh, our evil sound is back. Hold on. Maybe it isn't Rye-Bread. Maybe we punished Rye-Bread prematurely.
If I had to guess, I would say it's Skin, probably, because I think it's a little microphone move.
I just muted. It can't be Skin because I just muted him before, and it wasn't him.
Big L.
It was me. Sorry, guys.
Big L.
Motherfucker, Big L.
Big L, you made me accuse Skin.
Yeah, you made me accuse this innocent boy over here. I sent him to jail. He got raped in there, and it's all because of you, buddy.
Okay, this one wasn't me.
All right, hold on. I'm going to check. I'm going to mute your mic. Mute now.
Wow, it's so quiet.
Oh, so quiet.
Oh, so quiet. I'm quiet. Nothing.
Big L has a fucking tornado over there, and it's so quiet now. Rye-Bread, come back. Unmute your mic.
Rye-Bread?
Rye-Bread, are you there? You got to click on your thing. Sorry for making false accusations about you and condemning you as a witch. I apologize for conducting a trial and condemning you to death.
Is somebody typing?
Here we go. Where were we? Go ahead, Mansion.
Okay. I just had one terrifyingly vivid nightmare about my bathtub spontaneously filling itself with white water and this sickly, pale, dog-like ogre emerging from it at night to roam through my house.
No, I can't get to sleep because I still have the sensation of fear lingering in my room.
Even now, I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, and this seems a little silly for a man my age to be doing.
The only good thing about this nightmare is that me and my brother got together in a paranoid mania and started building weapons, Lord of the Flies style, to go and fight this monster.
But it was an exclusive creature.
An elusive.
Creature. Was that?
An elusive.
But it was an elusive creature and kept going back into the water like Dracula evading the light whenever we found it.
It's funny because this is how me and my brother would react in real life. One time late at night, I spotted someone in our garden. I woke my brother in a paranoid mania, just like in this dream. We got together, grabbed 2 baseball bats and a knife, and watched the obscure figure in the darkness move closer to our house.
It was only my sister's boyfriend.
That guy's lucky we don't possess guns.
Yet.
So here I am, writing about dreams, a real chick thing to do, to pass time until the fear subsides, and I may once again go back into the otherwise friendly and happy world of dreams.
Or even just that peacefully deep sleep which could go on forever.
I love that sort of sleep where you sort of forget that you're alive, unconscious human. Yet it doesn't matter because all you can feel it's this unconscious and constant sense of peace.
I hope death feels this way, because then it wouldn't be so bad. I mean, I love being alive, but death is a certainty.
Certainty.
Certainty. And it's only a question of time. So on those rare occasions that I don't give it thought, I like to think of it as something positive, so that when it's imminent, I can be ready to accept it.
What'd you think, Zenik?
I thought the dream posts are kind of interesting to me because I like the dreams, but for the sake of getting to know Pillowfort, it tells me absolutely nothing about him.
Yeah, once I hear dreams, I'm done. Jar, what do you think?
I didn't give a fuck.
Why not?
One single fuck.
Why not?
I want to know Pillowfort. I don't want to know about Pillowfort's dreams.
What's the problem with hearing about dreams?
The problem with dreams, you can't connect dreams to anything. Dreams can be, like, you can make dreams do whatever you want, but there's no true connection that I can relate to dreams.
Yes.
On the same level.
Unless you can so vividly describe your dream. I remember I wrote about a dream in one of my posts, and I try to post pictures of it, but even then it's so bizarre, I realize. It's so personal to me because there's so much imagery and so many feelings associated with it and so many thoughts because things don't look like reality in dreams. Things feel different. It feels like molasses. I mean, I could dream in levels. Like I could see levels of, where I'm in one place and I go to a different place and a place below that. It's like Inception. So nothing is concrete. Nothing you can latch onto and relate to unless you're in that dream or unless that person is taking enough time to vividly describe that dream in such detail that merits it so that you can actually enter into that experience. And Pillowfort is nowhere near that competency in describing his reactions to a dream or to allow you to enter into that dream. So just telling you, I had a dream about this monster. What does that mean? What does that mean to anybody? Travo.
I thought it was kind of interesting talking about dreams, but like what most of everyone else said, it was kind of, I didn't really get a feel for how Pillowfort thinks or like what his real reactions are.
Okay. Tim Will?
I didn't really care for it. The only part that I could say that was interesting was when he was talking about how he likes that kind of sleep.
Right.
But it was just like half a sentence. Everything else was just this dream and some story about some sound that happened. I didn't care for it.
Okay, Mansion?
The only part I liked was when he talked about him and his brother were going to do something, but then, I don't know.
I didn't ask about the only part you liked. I asked about everything. What do you think about it? Give me your full critique.
I didn't see him in here at all. I don't even know what he was doing. He was just describing stuff, so not really. I didn't really like it.
Okay. Sken?
I really just don't care. I don't know him, so this story means nothing to me.
Okay. Big L? All right. Boggles?
Yeah, same Pillowfort problem once again. I don't like it. I mean, most of it was a description I don't care for. Towards the end, he kind of started about something about death, and I kind of woke up. I felt like paying attention. But even then, he didn't, go into too much detail in it. So, it doesn't get my attention. Whatever he talks about doesn't get my attention.
Why not?
Because he doesn't include him. He's talking about his brother. He's describing his sister's boyfriend. I don't care. I mean, Pillowfort need to get it. I need to know about him.
Ah, there you go. Rye Bread.
I thought it was interesting.
Okay. Tell us why.
Just the thought of him, thinking that somebody's trying to break into his house and then it's nobody. Just how he's reacting to that situation. I think it tells a little about him.
Okay, what does it tell you about him?
He's a timid person
or something. I think it tells that you're a timid person or something. The way you ended that sentence tells me you're a timid person.
Okay.
What do you know about Pillowfort? I want to know about what you got from the sentences. About, what'd you say he was, what part? What paragraph was that?
Paragraph 4.
Paragraph 4. It's funny because this is how me and my brother would react in real life. One time late at night, I spotted someone in our garden. I woke my brother up, and in a paranoid mania, just like in this dream, we got together, grabbed 2 baseball bats and a knife, and watched the obscure figure in the darkness move closer to our house. So what'd you learn about him?
That the guy's lucky that he doesn't have a gun.
You learned that he was lucky that he didn't have a gun?
The intruder was lucky.
Uh-huh. Anything else? You learned that intruders are lucky when Pillowfort doesn't have a gun?
I think he's reading it as a story.
Exactly.
Okay. And? What else did you learn about...
That's all I learned from that paragraph.
Oh my god. Before I smash my head into the wall, please tell me what you learned about Pillowfort and be specific as possible. Hello?
Sorry, I don't know.
You don't know?
Any more specific than that?
Okay, then other than that, what did you like about it? You liked just the general description, or what?
Yeah, I liked reading the story.
Okay, so you just liked it for its story value.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the point of the expression post?
To convey your person.
It's not to write cool stories?
Isn't it for whatever you want to say?
Well, I'm asking you. Do you think it's for whatever you want it to say? Could you write just a grocery list every time you want to go to the store and, buy eggs and bread?
Yes, you could.
You could. So let's say you wrote your grocery list every time you went shopping, and you made, you have 25 pages of grocery lists. What would be?
And I would say that the purpose is to give fellow Academy students positive incentive to maintain or start a relationship with you.
So do you think posting your grocery list would contribute to getting into a relationship with Jar? Do you think Jar would care that you got eggs and cheese and butter and milk and, all your dairy products and then also your cereals? Maybe you had to get a light bulb?
No, I don't think so.
So would you post your grocery list in your expression thread?
It don't say a lot about the person, though.
I'm sorry?
It don't say a lot about the person.
What says a lot about the person?
Like, what, the stuff does he buys?
The what?
Especially for eating and whatnot.
Right. So if the guy posted a grocery list, anything you post would say something about you. What would it say about you, Travo, if you started posting a grocery list?
It would say what kind of food you like to eat.
No, Zenik, what would it say about you if you started posting a grocery list?
I have no idea.
Boggles, what would it say if you started posting a grocery list?
It would say that this person doesn't know what he's doing. He's a socially incompetent person.
Yeah, it would say he was a retard and not following directions. That's what it would say. Your expression thread is, let's say, actually any fucking thread here at the Academy, whether it be your EM thread, your expression thread, threads you make in the student forum, responses to student posts, announcements, what should they be geared towards? Mansion?
Towards making a relationship with the students at the Academy.
Exactly. Is this post, Rybread, conducive to making a relationship with the students at the Academy?
No.
Why not? You just said you liked it. What if you just kept writing posts like this?
It makes me view him as more of a performer.
A performer. Somebody that's a third party, like a juggler. Haven't you ever gone to like the pier or the beach or some like a central point, like a plaza or Mecca, and seen like street performers? The guy who does like the robot, or the guy, there's hip hop guys, there's singers, there's guys who play guitar, there's stunt guys, there's magicians. How is your relationship with those street performers?
I'm not inspired to start relationships with them.
But don't they do amazing things like a fire eater or a guy who does some awesome magic trick?
Yeah, they often do.
Aren't they entertaining to you?
Yes.
So you're saying just because they're entertaining, that is not necessarily conducive to wanting to form a relationship with them?
No.
Okay, so knowing that, what do you think Pillowfort's problem is, and what would you advise him?
I think that he's not conveying his person enough in his post.
I think that he's not conveying his person enough in this post? Your voice is going up at the end, and if you've listened to other podcasts, you would know that you should not do that. You should give me the right answer or the wrong answer, but either answer you should give me definitively. Take accountability, even if you're giving me the wrong answer.
I'm going to have to say that I don't know.
Well, you took a stab at it, so let's hear your stab.
That he's not conveying his person enough.
He's not conveying his person enough. That is the correct answer, sir. But even if you're giving me the wrong answer, I still want you to give it to me in a definitive voice. Why do I want you to do that?
Take responsibility.
Take responsibility for your answer? Yes, I want you to learn to be accountable for the right answer and the wrong answer. This will create order in your relationships, and people will respond to that. If you tell a chick, honey, where should we go? Or, I think we should do this. Or, this is my opinion. She's going to think she's dating a chick. She is not going to be turned on. But if you tell her something, even if it's the wrong answer, you say, look, here is my opinion. Or here's what I think we should do. This will turn her on because you are taking accountability for your answer. This means you are willing to be in charge and to lead. And this means you are fulfilling your male function. This means you are creating order or attempting to create order in a relationship. And what do we know about order?
It's attractive.
Yes, it is attractive. When you see orderly things, when you see a painting that is orderly, when you see a scene in nature that is orderly, when you see a city that is not full of trash, you are attracted to it. When you see a pristine park with just grass and trees and birds, you're like, I'm attracted to this park. When you see trash and phlegm and homeless people and tagging all over that park, suddenly you don't want to hang out in that park anymore. You ever notice that? You ever notice that, Rye Bread?
Yes.
Me too. What's up, Boggles?
Oh, you were talking about the part where, when you don't speak like a chick, when you speak with authority, and when you're like leading and definite. I think I've been doing that a little bit with this Indian chick I've seen lately.
You do that in class. You do that all the time now.
Yeah, and the 3-4 times when he fooled down on her, every time I touched her down there, she was wet.
What the fuck? Boggles? We touched her. I don't even want to know where you touched her, Boggles. That's disgusting.
She was wet even
I don't even want to know about that, Boggles. That's disgusting. Boggles is touching wet vagina now, and he's wants to share it with people. Boggles, that's disgusting. You think this is a class to talk about vaginas and getting girls? What are you thinking, Boggles?
No, my point was I think having the definite authoritative tone helps girls get wet. I don't know why else she might be getting wet, other than some incentive. And I'm thinking that could be one of the reasons being like...
Well, Boggles, I'm going to cut to the chase and tell you, yes, you're correct. Congratulations, Boggles.
Okay.
Please try to keep your X-rated stories out of the classroom from now on.
Okay.
Okay. No, thank you, Boggles. That actually was true. That's something that Horton discovered before he terminated his membership. Yes.
I learned everything now.
He learned everything. He's done. Let's see here. What would you advise Pillowford, Zenik, if you could tell him something about his post or about his stint here at the Academy? What would you say to him right now?
I'd tell him to...
Why don't you tell him in first person, since he's listening to the podcast right now?
Pillowford, if you're listening to this, you need to tell us more about you and less about the things that happen to you.
Yes. If you do this, this means you are listening to the professor. If you continue to post about your dreams and other things that don't have to do with your person, you will continue to get the same result, which is nobody will give a flying fuck about you. Now, that is where you're at right now. I don't know does anybody remember how long Pillowford has been around at the Academy?
A year or more.
A year or more?
No, more like 6 posts. Close to a year.
Well, he's been here for 246 posts. Let's see. I want to see when Pillowford joined. Let's see here. Joined July 7th, 2011.
Okay, so
some nerd do the math.
7 to 8 months.
7 to 8 months. And people still don't know you, still don't give a fuck about you. This should tell you something. This means you are not paying attention to the professor. You are not listening in class. You will not succeed if you do not listen. Listening is a skill that is developed over time.
Yes, I totally agree. I'm still working on that skill.
Yes. So it takes some people longer than others. Do not be discouraged, but I'm here to let you know your listening skills are very deficient at this point. These students are letting you know their candid opinions about your work right now and why you don't matter to them. There are other students here that matter to them because they have taken the time to listen, number one, and share their person. This is also why you're having trouble on your dates, why girls don't want to go out with you a second time or a third time. These are all related things. If I want to go out with you, if I want to hang out with you, like for instance Bogler, aside from his nonsensical jibber jabber in the chat room when he's being neurotic, he's a very attractive guy because he shares his candid reactions to things. This makes him attractive. This makes him a dateable guy. This is why girls' vaginas get wet when he touches them.
Calling right now, but I can't
Oh,
answer.
this disgusting guy. Chicks are calling Boggles nonstop.
Nah.
Even in the middle of class. He's getting text messages about wet vaginas in class.
I ignore the call and I pay attention in class.
Look at this guy. He's turning down vagina to pay attention in class. That's Boggles for you. This is the worst student at Manhood Academy. If the worst student at Manhood Academy can get girls wet, you have hope. Okay? This should give you hope. All right. Let's cover one more. We can cover some expression pills. Let's get to the nitty gritty, where people are deficient. A lot of people have been asking about, hey guys, I don't know what to say during a conversation. I don't know how to lead a conversation. Jar, how would you answer them? Yeah, I think that's your answer. Travo, do you got an answer for these clueless kids that don't know how to start a conversation, don't know what to say to people, don't know what to say to their buddies, their fellow students, their other strangers on the street? What would you advise them? Do you know? Travo, you there, buddy?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you called me.
Yeah, I'm calling you.
Let's see, I'd advise them to first have a direction of where you're going. First know where you want to
Well, let's talk about you personally, Travo, because you know what you're doing in the conversation, right? You're talking to bros?
Yeah.
Okay, let's share. Let's get your secrets and tips. We're gonna get tips from the master right now. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm taking notes.
Take notes, everybody, because Java's gonna tell you how he does it at the academy.
Okay, well, when I'm trying to form a relationship with someone,
Give us an example. Like who? Who are you trying to form a relationship with?
Like Zenik, for example.
Okay.
I put him on my calendar to talk to him.
Oh, so you got a definite plan of action right off the bat. You're scheduling time to talk to people because you're not going to be a socially incompetent retard hoping Zenik talks to you or hoping you magically start talking to people. You've actually put a definite time on your schedule to contact other students. Great.
Yes.
Okay, that's step one. Very important step, by the way.
Okay, yeah, so step 2 is actually following through and doing what you put on your schedule.
Okay. That's important, too. Actually doing what you put on your schedule. Okay.
And then, let's see, so what was the question? He's confused.
People are confused. Zenek's confused. Jar's especially confused. Tim Will, are you confused?
Okay.
Tim Will's definitely confused. He doesn't know what to say to new people. He sees somebody on the street or he sees a bro and he wants to talk, but he just doesn't even know how to start the conversation, what to talk about, what to do, bro. What do we do?
I know that I'm trying to form a relationship with Zenik, and I also know that to do that, I have to share my thoughts and reactions with him.
As opposed to sharing thoughts about dreams?
As opposed to sharing just facts and useless information.
Okay. What would you qualify as useless information?
A shopping list.
Shopping list, okay.
Yeah. But I need to share with him, like, how I see the world, how I see things through my own eyes.
Okay.
And how I react to those things.
Okay.
And then I have to expect the same out of him.
Oh.
And enforce my expectations.
Okay. So can we demonstrate that? What's up, bro? I'm going to demonstrate this with Travel right now. We're going to see conversation live. Travel's going to demonstrate how to have a conversation. You guys all pay attention. What's up, bro?
All right.
Hey, bro, what's going on?
Not much. I just don't like being put on the spot in front of all the students at the academy. It makes me feel a little nervous.
Did you hear that? Travel gave an awesome demonstration. What did you notice so awesome about that demonstration, Tim Will?
He talked about how he felt about being put on the spot.
Exactly. His immediate reaction was he didn't like being put on the spot. He felt nervous in front of the students. Awesome. He just right off the bat shared that reaction. What is the point of sharing that personal reaction, Sken?
That he's feeling vulnerable, so he doesn't know what to do because
What's the point of sharing that?
He's feeling he's sharing his emotions to the group, so people can relate with him.
People can relate with him. What else? Mansion.
He's just talking about what he thinks, and it's something that I could see that he can demonstrate to me.
Why is this reaction important to you, Boggles?
Because it gives me an insight into Travel. It gives me something like, his glimpse of his personality, the way he's thinking, and I can relate to it. I can see how he.
Why is it important to you, Zenik?
It's important because it kind of gives me something to talk about with him.
Yes. Why is it ultimately important to you, Big L?
Because he's giving out something to say.
Jar, why is it ultimately important to you?
Because he has initiated and he has offered.
Pay attention to the key word. Rye bread, why is it ultimately important to you?
Because it shows that he wants a relationship.
Yes. Tim Will, why is it ultimately important to you?
Because I get to know travel.
Zenik, why is it ultimately important to you?
Because it meets my social need.
Did anybody hear the genius of the class speak?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tim Will, what did the genius of the class just say?
It just met his social needs.
Yes, it met his need. When Travo shares his thoughts and his feelings, that is conducive to a relationship that meets Boggle's needs. Oh, when Boggle's needs are met, what happens, Boggles, when your needs are met?
Oh, I feel happy. I want to do something for travel.
Yeah, now you want to meet Travo's demands.
Yeah. I want to fly over and see him.
Yeah, you want to hang out with him?
Yeah. Reciprocate.
You want to reciprocate, exactly. So when Travo goes, I'm feeling so shy and I don't know what to do, I'm like, I want to reach out to Travo. Travo, don't feel shy, man.
Yeah.
It's okay, bro. You're safe. You're in a safe place, bro. Come on, bro. You can do it. Travel, reach out and get my hand. Reach out, bro. Reach out to the screen.
It gives me something to react.
Yes, it gives me something to react to, something to respond to. It stimulates me. It meets my social need.
Stimulate each other.
Yeah, so now we're stimulating each other. Travel, bro. I don't feel that much social pressure like you, but I just want to tell you that I appreciate you being in class and volunteering your secrets for conversation, volume 1. And for helping all these other students, especially Jar, who doesn't know how to start a conversation. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate it, Plum. Like, sometimes it pisses me off that I still act like this in class, because I've had so much practice with being around everyone, and I've been put on the spot so many times, and
yeah, but I think it's interesting.
Like, I want to be confident, but I'm not.
Yeah, but here's the thing I like about it now that tells me you are definitely more confident than last time. Previously, you go into your voice, I don't know, I don't know. That's number 1. That's your poker tell. That's dropped off. But now you're much more freer to tell me all this stuff. Like all these reactions that are going on here, like, I don't know what to say. I'm mad about not knowing to say. I'm mad about not having practice. All that shows social competence. You don't even realize it. All that, the fact that you can even say that demonstrates social competence. That's par for the course. That's par for creating a relationship with another person. The fact that you can just share that. That is all it means to share your personal thoughts and your feelings. That's all it means. You guys think it's like this magical formula. It's not. It's just practicing that. When you can do that freely, you're socially competent.
Yeah, you telling me that right now just makes me feel a hell of a lot better.
Oh, look, he just got stimulated. Met his social need. Now we're getting a relationship going. Oh, class dismissed. See? Case closed.
It's the journey to be able to do that all the time.
Yeah, it only took Bogler a year. Or a couple years.
Still it's a work in progress. I still don't share everything.
Yeah, I still don't share everything. He's getting there. So, once again, you will start realizing there are more and more things you can react to and address that you just are not willing to or not realize you can. For instance, how many people realize they can adjust the way a girl kisses?
Well, none of us realize that yet, I don't.
I realize that. Travo realizes that.
I don't realize that.
Me and Travo do.
I hope to be on the same level as you guys one day.
Yeah, well, one day might be tomorrow.
Right.
One day I will master the Force. I will master the Force one day.
Takes practice.
Yes, thank you. Yes, practice.
How many of you realize you can affect the way a girl responds to you versus like a super sarcastic bitch? Let's say I want to ask you, how many of you realize you could train a super sarcastic bitchy girl and make her like sweet as pie?
I don't realize that.
I don't realize that.
I realize that.
I don't realize that at all.
It's like a very difficult task.
Well, more practice conveying your reactions, telling the bitch, I don't like that. You need to do it this way. Practicing punishing, practicing rewarding, and then boom, it happens and you go, oh, it's possible. Oh, I can do it. Oh, it's done. Just like when you came here and you go, oh, I don't know how to start a conversation. And now look at Travo. Now he's conversing.
God damn it, why do I always freak out over a chick rejecting me.
What? What? What?
Oh my god, that's pretty random.
What are you talking about, Big L?
Point of the day.
That just reminded. Guys, that reminded me of like every time I actually tried to express myself and like how I felt about the chick, and I would immediately be greeted by that rejecting response.
When you're talking to strippers at the strip club?
No, chicks at my school.
Oh, I thought you said, why did that stripper reject me?
No cash.
No, you gotta make it rain in that club. You gotta make it rain in there. Alright, we're gonna read one more. We're gonna call it quits. Let's see. One more, I wanna get through these fucking topics. Oh, this is the dilemma. I gotta start in the podcasting lecture and then just switch over to expression post because I always want to conquer these fucking topics in here. Alright, Bogler, I think you're up. Let's see.
Alright. Expression post?
Well, I want to conquer this one here. Let's. How
that's
bad is this?
It's somebody's young post. You already did that, I think.
Did we talk about it being
said,
fucking pro?
Yeah, where you said, "Oh, this guy's doing something excellent," where he's saying, "Don't do this, do that."
Oh, we talked about this one.
I remember that concept.
It's good that you remember it because I'm deleting it right now. Are you sure? All right, sweet. I'm gonna delete that. As long as we talked about it, that's all I care about. Okay. Last one. Let's see. Paperclip. We cover this? I can't handle any more Lola. I'm still waiting. I'm on pins and needles waiting for this Lola drama to play out. I'm so invested in this Lola drama now.
This is Erica.
Erica, Lola, they're all the same. I'm still waiting for Lola. I want to find out what happens with Lola. Lola. Okay, let's go to honing expression. Let's grab one of these. Let's see here. Who's it gonna be? Spirit, Cynic, MF, Crunchy. Oh, I think I actually wanted to read one of these.
Crunchy.
What do you think about this title, Tim Will? The weird, the mundane, and sometimes wonderful world of me.
Sounds kind of interesting.
What do you think about it, Zenik?
I feel like it reads like a movie title.
What do you think about it? Travo?
It sounds wacky.
Sounds wacky? Wacky what?
Yeah, like funny, like it's humorous, like he's being a jokester.
Okay. What do you think about it, Jar?
Makes me curious. It makes me want to click on it and go inside and see what this guy's talking about.
Okay.
I want to find out what's weird about this guy, what's mundane,
all right.
sometimes wonderful.
All right. What about you, Mansion?
I think that this sometimes throws me off because then I'll think sometimes not wonderful world of him.
So you think false advertising? You think he's advertising the Wonder Tonic? Will cure all ailments, and you're like cynical, saying it's not going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a skeptic. He's a doubter. Sken.
I think it's going to be pretty boring, but yeah, let's go ahead.
Why do you think it's going to be boring?
I don't know. It just feels like he put too much effort for just a fucking title.
Effort in the fucking title. You and me, Zen. Zen. Yeah, I'm going to change your name to Zen. You and me, Sken. We have like the same brain. Let's see. What do you think? What do you think, Big L?
It reads like some TV show title about some dude and his magical life, and his sometimes magical life.
Okay, magical life. So you think it's going to be magical? Rye bread.
I'm gonna have to agree with Jar. I think it's an interesting title, and it made me want to see what was inside.
You're hooked. You're ready. Boggles.
Yeah, same here. Like, it's relatable because I'm thinking, because my life is mostly mundane and sometimes exciting. It's relatable. I want to click and read more. And I'm a guy who's neurotic about titles. I change mine like 20 times, so I like stuff like this.
Yeah. Okay. I think this sort of more to the neurotic guys. To me, this is like a look at me, I'm juggling fiery swords title. The weird, the mundane. Like he's like saying, look at all my wares. I think it's like trying to appeal to like 50 different types of audiences. Like he's like, look I have something for kids and older adults, and I do a magic show, and then I also have, I have NC-17, and then I have like excitement, I have a love interest, I have romance. It's like the weird, the mundane, the sometimes wonderful world of me. To me, it's just like all bullshit. It's just bullshit. I think, look, your title is the least of your worries. Get to your post. You don't need to advertise all this says. Look to me, this is like a guy waving sparklers in the air saying this is going to be the most wonderful thing in the world. And to me, it's just hype. I'm not buying it for 1 second. But
I think it's funny.
He could prove me wrong. Let's go check. The weird, the
I think
mundane.
it's funny that you related it, that you thought everybody thought it was interesting. It's probably neurotic.
Yeah, when I see these titles, it's just like when I see like a guy with for instance, I'll give you a perfect, Bogler's a perfect example. Like he changes his fucking expression thread to try and find like the perfect fit. This is like for me, a guy shopping for avatars. Like,
Yeah,
this one isn't awesome enough. Here, let's.
You can change the title of your expression thread.
Oh, now that you know, now you got to change it. This is the worst. This is the worst step in your academy you can do. The worst thing you can do is change your thread. This reminds me of the guy who one time deleted all his posts because he thought they were bad and nobody would like them. Completely ruined all the responses. Well, let me see here. Scientist, Mr. Care Bear testing the ebook, enforcing expectations, rewarding and punishing appropriately. Carbon.
I changed it from what it was.
Yeah, there you go. Carbon Winters at Hollywood Gym. I think I actually just moved a thread for him. That's why it says it that way. Mansion, expectation management, aka scrotal search. Collegiato's log, Paperclip's point of view, Turo's bitch whisper training log. Mr. Franchise's EM report from hell. I think I actually moved that for him. Horton's EM, moved that for him. High School 101's experiments and balls. Actually, I think I moved it for him. MF EM report, moved it for him. Fort Stronghold expectation management assignment. I'm not sure about that one. How travel applies the principles. Great expectations. Leopold's expectation management. Getting my balls from the pawn shop. Honing Willie Gillen's. So to me, it's like the more time you're spending on the title, the more it's like you're becoming neurotic. To me, this reminds me of doing my hair. When I see a guy like coming up with a super slick title, to me, it's just like a lot of glitter. Okay. I'm going to find out about this guy when I get the post. I don't give a fuck about the title. So the more neurotic the title, the more, it's almost like, guys, it's almost like when I have to split up one of your expression posts because you're dealing with EM, but you don't want to post in the EM section because you don't want to hear a critique of your EM report. So I end up moving up your post over there, and it ends up, I just give it a goofy title. I don't really care. But this is what these well thought out, pondered over for hours titles say to me. They just say neurotic to me. They don't say anything important. Shooting range. I think we covered that one. Which one were we? We're covering. Which one were we covering? Crunchy. Here we go. Okay. 4 posts.
I have a question.
Yo.
So it's like at Manhood Academy, you expect students to kind of develop a thick skin, and take criticism.
Yes.
So is there like a part of being a function of a man where you should be able to face pain?
This is just like your emotions. Like if you wake up and you feel extra sleepy, you're like, oh, I'm too sleepy. Oh, the sleep is so overpowering. I just can't go to make it to work.
Okay.
But what if a girl says,
You're a creep.
What if she says you're a creep and she doesn't call you? You're just going to stop going to work from now on, Boggles?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
I mean, it's a devastating thing. This girl didn't call you anymore. She said you're a creep. Devastation. You're done.
Yeah, if I let that bother me, I think I'll be crippled. I won't be able
Well, there you go. Most people let those things bother them. That's what they haven't learned, is how to manage their expectations, how to manage even their emotions. How many here are like, well, I got a schedule. I just don't feel like keeping my schedule today. I'm not going to do it.
Every day.
Well, there you go. Do you go to school when you have to go to school?
Yes.
Well, you've learned how to manage your emotions. You realize that?
Huh.
Yes, and I noticed it too when I'm saying to myself, I just really don't want to go to class, but I tell myself, no, I have to get these notes.
Well,
if I don't get these notes,
if you can go to class, you can keep your schedule. Did you realize that? The schedule that you can't keep, you actually can't keep it.
I can come to Manhood Academy class.
Well, if you can come to class, you can keep your schedule. It's that simple.
But I think that my biggest problem with my schedule is that I should be at a level where I should be studying X amount of hours every week, and I'm not. But I try to get myself to study those anyways and end up falling off. But at my level...
Are you in the accountability group?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm a lazy asshole.
No. Why aren't you in the accountability group?
Why am I not in the social accountability group? Because I have not made time to go to...
Scan, why isn't he in the accountability group?
Why I'm not, or he...
Why isn't he in the accountability group?
Because he doesn't really care about his schedule.
Nope. Why? Mission, why isn't he in the accountability group?
Because he didn't put it in his schedule, or he just want to put it in there?
He doesn't want to put it in there? Are you sure about that, Mansion? What happened?
He doesn't want to put it in there.
Nope. Wrong answer, Mansion. Wrong answer. You blew it. That's the wrong answer, son. Think again. Fail. Fail answer. You gonna make it, Mansion?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Rye bread.
Be strong. Get trucking on.
Rye bread. Why isn't Jar in the accountability group?
I have no idea.
That's the correct answer. Tim Will, why isn't Jar in the accountability group?
I don't know.
Trevor, why isn't he in the accountability group?
Because he lets his emotions rule his life.
No. Zenik, why isn't he in the accountability group?
I am not sure.
Miguel.
Because he's an emotional fuck who can't even keep his schedule.
No. Way to pay attention to the previous answers. Boggles.
Jar is neurotic and likes to do things on
No.
his own and then mine.
You guys are on the wrong track here. Tim Will, why doesn't he join the accountability group?
He doesn't want to be held accountable for his schedule.
No. Why would, let's see,
Well, from what we know, he's neurotic. I'm trying to figure out
why wouldn't he join the accountability group? We've already covered the wrong answers. What could be other possible answers?
Give us a clue.
You could
Has
ask
to
him.
do with,
I don't know. I have no
has to
idea.
do with necessity.
He doesn't realize how important that.
No.
He doesn't feel like he needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't.
What does a smart student say? What did the valedictorian just say?
He doesn't feel like he needs it.
Exactly. He feels like he did the schedule by himself.
Yeah.
If he felt like he needed it, he'd join the accountability group in like today. So he still feels like he can keep a schedule, and he's going to try and keep it. And either he's going to do it or not do it. And then he'll realize either he needs it or he's going to keep trying to do it by himself. One or the other.
In all honesty, though, once I join the accountability group, it's going to be so dumbed down. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put on, like, because we got 10 questions, I think one of my questions is, like, did you open your biology book once today? It's going to be so retarded, but it's what I need. Like,
Well, then you should.
and I feel embarrassed by
Well,
it. It's what I need. So
you should be embarrassed that you're a Manhood Academy student.
That's but yes, I am.
Well, there you go. You're already a Manhood Academy student. How could you be more embarrassed than that?
I'm embarrassed.
Tim Will doesn't even show his face in public anymore. He doesn't even put on his Manhood Academy sweater. Do you, Tim?
I never bought one.
He never bought. That's how embarrassed he is to belong to the Academy. He hasn't even bought a Manhood Academy sweater yet.
A cup.
What about your socks, Mancha? Are you wearing your Manhood Academy socks with a logo?
Underwear.
No? You wearing the Manhood Academy underwear, Boggles?
But I can't show.
Can't show it. Well, Boggles, he has school spirit. Boggles wears the Manhood Academy underwear. Boggles
I'd
isn't.
be too ashamed to wear a Manhood Academy t-shirt.
Well, now you know how Jar feels. He's
I'm too
ashamed.
prideful.
He's too prideful. Exactly.
But I think this. But I also know at the same time that pretty much every guy needs Manhood Academy. So.
Well,
Yeah, but then if you can wear that shirt around, I don't think any of us in here can wear that shirt
Oh
around.
fuck no! There's no way in hell I would rather jump off the.
Yeah.
yeah, you'd rather jump off the bridge than put on a Manhood Academy wear.
Like just the questions of attention. Like what the hell is that?
Well, luckily for you, nobody but Travel will know you're joining the accountability group.
I'd wear that shirt.
The reason why I wouldn't wear it.
Oh yeah.
Zenik wears the accountability group. Zenik says he's in the accountability group, and he wears that around campus.
The reason why I wouldn't though is because if some girl, some hardcore feminist.
That's irrelevant right now. We're talking about your accountability group.
I kind of have a story about this. I kind of have a story about this.
Oh, you got a story?
Yeah.
Does it have a moral? Is it like an Aesop's fable?
It's. I don't know. You'll just have to wait and find out.
I want to find out before I listen to it. I want to find out before I invest my time.
What's the time?
I don't want it to be a rambling like a Big L telling a 20-minute
Well, it's
fishtail
not,
and it doesn't
because
go
I'm
anywhere.
embarrassed.
Okay, so it's going to have a point.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to encourage
So,
Jar?
Yes, please encourage me.
yes. Okay. Well, I'm embarrassed to have a schedule and like if someone. I'm embarrassed for someone to see my schedule and look at why the fuck do you have every single little minute planned out? Are you fucking stupid? That's what. But here's a story about it. Today at work, I was looking at it on my work computer and I left it to go do something else. And the lady I work with was looking at it. It's like she did the exact thing I was worried about. And I was like, I didn't even talk to her for like an hour after that because I was so embarrassed. And I was like, God damn it.
Well, what you should have done, you should have been like, no, this is what you need. You don't have a schedule? What's wrong with you? What are you doing?
See, Jar already knows how to manage his expectations.
You can sell the idea of a schedule really well. I mean, people that actually don't have schedules are usually really...
Yeah, you guys don't realize that it's just the opposite. Like if I have a schedule out, I go, and somebody goes, why do you have your schedule out? You should say, why the fuck don't you have a schedule, you retard? You should have 2 schedules.
And I was asking what an expression post was. And I was like, I didn't want to explain it to her.
This is the point about managing your expectations.
Because right now it feels nerdy to have a schedule.
Yeah, but if I have a schedule, I could put like clown school on my schedule and I would have no problem because I know how to manage my expectations. That means I determine how people look at my schedule. It's just the same as like if a cool guy puts on pajamas and pajamas aren't cool, But as long as he manages his expectations, they're cool. It's cool to wear pajamas. Just like it's cool to have your schedule. Somebody taught me about schedules, and I had a schedule, and I had a little schedule. You know, I kept a little schedule with me. I had no problem with it.
Huh.
A little hand-sized schedule for studying, and you know, when I went to school.
Were you hiding it all the time?
No, fuck no. It's my schedule. I look at it, pull it out. Look at this. Is what I got to do.
You're like this. Yeah.
Mine more fit in my wallet because I made it really mini, so I could, so it's portable. But I mean, even if it was big, it didn't matter to me.
I actually used to be embarrassed for not having a schedule.
There you go. Like people have planners. You know, people in businesses situations keep planners. It's the same thing as a schedule.
You get shit done when you have a schedule.